Today's another day. Early in the morning, it's about 9 o'clock. Not that early. I figured before it gets any hotter, it's already freaking 80 degrees out here. I'm gonna get into this valve adjustment, get that done, because that ticking noise is getting on my nerves. I looked up the specs. I find it hard to believe they want 4 to 6 thou on both intake and exhaust. And I gotta say, that's a first. I've never seen that before. So I'm going to open it up, take a valve cover off, that is, and well, kind of make a judgment call at that point. But yeah, the spec on all this 4000 series engine, which this is, it's a 4077. Yeah, between 4 and 6 thou is what they, yeah, 4 and 6 thou. Intake and exhaust, that's what they want for clearance. Like I said, I've never seen that before. Exhaust is always higher, bigger, larger, because it's directly, the exhaust valve is directly in the exhaust stream, and it only gets hotter and hotter and hotter until, of course, reaches its point of equilibrium. The exhaust valve is going to run probably, I don't know, maybe 500-600 degrees. So what do the hot things do? They expand. That's why the exhaust valve will always have greater clearance than the intake. The intake valve is constantly being cooled by the incoming air and fuel, which is, well, give or take, around ambient. So intake valve might be 200, exhaust valve is going to be probably 500. So yeah, the intake valves always run a tighter clearance, exhaust valves always run a greater clearance due to the differential in heat and expansion there. I know most of you guys probably already know that, but hey, for the guys that don't, now you do. Anywho, I'm going to set up here and we're going to get into it and see what we see. So, first things first here, I know I'm going to lose some oil. Not much, but I'm sure some's going to want to come out. I don't know, but I'm hoping I can I'm hoping it's a silicone. I hope it's not a gasket. I think the world should be about done with gaskets for the most part. Silicone is better. You just clean it off, you put new schmoo on, and you're just good to go. I mean, you need head gaskets for holding the pressure and whatnot, but for the most part, if you're just holding oil, yeah, silicone is all you need. It's cheaper, it's better. I mean, all the old shit, all the old car engines, tractor engines, they all used to fucking leak. Every goddamn one of them. Because gaskets. You go to silicone and it never fucking leaks. That sure looks like silicone to me. I can see it. I can see the schmoo. So, now the downside to using silicone, it sticks like a motherfucker. So, yeah, there's that. So I'm gonna have to work that a little bit. I'm not gonna put you through it, because I'm sure it's gonna take a minute. But yeah, silicone's like glue once it's set up. So I'm gonna work on that, get that off, and I'll show you when there's something else to show. Got this handy dandy. Was a good chisel until it broke, but just ever so gently start working that in there. Try to do as little damage as humanly possible. And it looks like we got her. Rah! Oh yeah, there's the schmoo. Cool. No damage. No damage. A little bit. I had to start it with a screwdriver up here, but it's fine. All comes out in the wash anyway, right? So yeah, that's what we got. I took the spark plug out because we need to find top dead center. I don't know if you'll be able to see in there. Hell, I don't know if I'll be able to see in there. We'll try. I don't know if I can hold the flashlight and the camera. Maybe. Spinny, spinny. That's exhaust valve opening. Good God, I can't fucking do this with one hand. All right, I gotta set the camera down. Ugh, for fuck's sake. How's that? Oh, there it is. I can see it. That's top dead center. So there's intake valve opening, exhaust valve opening. I don't know which way this engine spins. I only pulled one plug out. I should have pulled the other one. Ah, well. This is the one I want. That's going to be compression stroke right there. Right there. No valves are moving. This is when the spark plug fires and we get a big kaboom. So, you know what? That don't feel like what I'm hearing. That is not a lot of... But they both feel the same, so yeah, I'm guessing that... I mean, this one's definitely looser, the exhaust. But not by much. Not much at all. So, alright. I mean, I'm believing the spec now. I find it hard to believe, but I'm believing it. Yeah, I don't need a flashlight. Let's see what we measure. I'm hoping this wasn't a pointless waste of time. Here's a 5. That'll put us... whatever. Here's a 5 and a 6. Because I'm going to set it at one or the other. Or maybe both, I don't know. Maybe 5 on intake and 6 on exhaust. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it feels like. Hence the term feeler gauge. Mine are a little crusty. But whatever, they'll be good enough. Good enough. And you gotta be shitting me. I mean, that's a 5, right? That's a 5. Exhaust is even tighter than that. And I thought that felt looser. Huh. Alright, then what's making all that ticky-ticky noise? For fuck's sake. I was sure it was valves. Whoop, I don't mean to... My God. I mean, unless it's just one... I mean, I gotta check the other side. I mean, I don't want to, because this one's already at 5. I mean, exhaust is actually a touch tighter than 5, but it's well within spec. So, I mean, there ain't nothing to do there. Not for me. I could check the other side. I mean, maybe one's just backing off. I don't know. But, hey, I'm in it to win it, so, I mean, I might as well... might as well finish the fucking thing, huh? Well. Can't win them all. Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what we see on the other side, Ronst. Alright, I just cracked the seal on this side. Guess we're gonna find out together. See what we see here now, Ronst. Get off me, fucker. Something like that. Ooh. That's one of those through plug type of deals. I do not want to mess with that. Ah, you fucker. Well, something. Hi, baby. You come to help? Well, hi, bye, I guess. That's Peyton. Shit. I need to spin this engine here. And that feels, that's probably going to be compression right there. No. Is it? Yeah, that's going to be compression. That one's got like no clearance. Oh, yeah. That one's tight. Hey. Alright, well, at least it's something. I'm going to pull that plug out just to verify. Yeah, why don't you do that? Oh, shit. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, now it's fucked. The spark plug broke. Don't you fucking hate it when that happens? Jesus Christ. I mean, maybe it's fortunate. I'm supposed to, but I was supposed to last week also. I'm supposed to have new spark plugs coming today. I ordered 4 of them because it was cheaper to buy 4 per plug than it was to buy 2. But, God, I hope they show up today because, well, there's your fucking problem, huh? Fuck me. Well. Fucking cheap shit. No, it was me. Cause I'm running this extension and I felt it when it popped. Ugh, like that. That's what I did on the other one. That's when it broke. I mean, I didn't feel that it broke until I just checked it, but whatever. It happens. See if I broke this one. No, that one's alright. My favorite schmoo dielectric grease. But whatever. Ugh. Good God. I don't know about you, but it's too fucking hot out here. Alrighty. I gotta get a flashlight so I can check it out. Yep, there it is. I can see it. Come on. There we go. Top dead center. These fucking ants keep crawling on me. And yeah, there ain't no fucking clearance on that. That very well may have been the culprit. No clearance is going to keep the fucking valve hanging a little bit, especially when it warms up. So that's the exhaust, and that's the critical one for heat. So and now the irony, it ticks a whole lot less once the engine's fully warmed up, which again tells me, you know, hey, we got a valve adjustment issue. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, but the ticking gets less when it warms up because, well, everything's expanding, clearances are shrinking. But there ain't nothing to shrink. That's as shrunk as it's gonna get. That thing's fucking tight. So, well, there's a problem. I don't know if it's the problem, but, well, I'm glad I got into it. Now I hope my fucking spark plugs show up today, because, well, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get this thing out of the way. It's starting to get on my nerves now. So, I'll show you more when there's something more to show. Alright, I guess we're going to set and adjust these valves here, almost. The lock nut here is a 13, and then it's got a hex head adjustment there on the push rod. I don't know what size it is. I'm betting it's metric because, well, Briggs and Stratton. Not that one. But yeah, that's definitely metric. Okay. Trade you. Yeah, Briggs and Stratton. I think all their shit's made in over there, you know, where yeah. But whatever, I mean, it's cheap. They can make good stuff. It's just they typically don't. And I don't mean Briggs and Stratton, I mean in general. You know what I mean. Most of this shit coming off the boat makes a pit stop at your door on the way to the fucking junkyard. Oh, that was loose. Or at least it wasn't very tight. I wonder if that happened over time then, because that was really loose. I'm more than sure this was a factory adjustment. More than sure. I'm positive, in fact, that nobody has been in here. And now we got a little, there we go. Yep, that would be perfect if it would stay right there. It is a big old if. Yeah, I'm more than sure that this is a factory setting, because nobody's been in here before. And yeah, I want a little more than that. This is great fun, great fun. I don't know, can you see what I'm doing? Here, let me move you around. Maybe this is a better vantage point. As long as my hands aren't in the way. Maybe. Stick that in there. Loosen this once. There we go. Keep it just on the loose side a little bit. Stick her in. Give her just a little. That feels good. That's a perfect 5 right there. Keep it in there. Now hopefully, snug that up. Are you still there? That is a perfect 5. And I'm trying to hold the Allen wrench in position here while tightening. You know, I'm putting them against each other, because as I tighten the lock nut here, it's wanting to move the adjustment, so you kind of got to do them both at the same time. That's good and snug, and that is still a perfect 5. I think. It's a touch loose now. Motherfucker. It is a pain in the ass. I mean, it's within spec, I know it is, but I want 5. So I'm going to keep doing it and doing it until I get it. Oh, that's tight. 5. How's that? That's good. I think that's pretty good. All right, so yeah, we literally just do that, rinse and repeat. What is the upper one? I never checked it. That's a perfect 5. The intake is perfect 5. Exhaust is now has a little wiggle, right? Yeah, I don't know if that was done fucked at factory or if somehow it moved in the 156 hours of runtime this thing's got. But you saw that had no clearance, and now she's got well, now she's within spec. So yeah, now it's about time to clean the shmoo off. I'll show you how I do it real quick and simple. It's literally dirt simple. and we'll re-schmoo them up and put it back together. And then I gotta wait on spark plugs, which are supposed to be here today. Will they actually show? I don't know. I mean, I've had a bunch of things from Amazon. I don't know what's going on. Something, I guess the world, you know, I guess this COVID thing, I don't know, whatever. But you know, I'm supposed to be getting shit today, tomorrow, whatever, and then I keep getting these emails, oh, it's delayed. I had one thing that was supposed to be here last Friday. It made it all the way to, it made it 30 miles from my freaking door, and then somehow it turned around and went halfway across the fucking world again. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So, yeah, I was supposed to get a one-day delivery. I ordered a new Blu-ray drive on Saturday, and it was supposed to be here Sunday. Well, Sunday came and went, and here's Monday, and it still ain't gonna show today. Fucking thing. I don't know what's going on. Whatever, it is what it is. So, I'm still hopeful that I get my spark plugs today, because, well, I clearly need them now. Anyway, I'm gonna get moving on with this. Just one quick tip here I thought I might as well point out and mention. I got these set. They're at 5. But what you should do, and what I've been doing, I'm double checking, but I'm spinning the engine over, because I've had to adjust this now 3 different times, because every time I spin the engine over, she loosens up a bit. Just future reference, you know, if you guys are doing this at your place, might want to keep that in mind. Spin the engine over a couple times once you've adjusted it, and you'll probably end up in the same boat as me. You'll have to readjust. But I'm setting everything at 5, a tight 5, but it's going to be 5 thou, and currently have some free play now. So I'm hoping that was the problem. It's fine with it, you know, right where it is. It's right within the spec, but I wanted a little bit tighter 5 than what it currently is. Feels a little, I mean, there's drag there, but it's, like I said, I want a tight 5, and that's still a perfect 5. It's just, yeah, I want it tighter than that. So, I mean, I'm here, so I might as well spend the time to get it, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. Anywho, just thought I'd point that out real quick. It's a little stupid hot out here. Fucking 90. It's 10 o'clock in the morning and it's 90 fucking degrees. Oh man, my fat ass ain't made for this kind of weather, I'm telling you. Anybody knows where it's, if there is any place on this planet, and I ain't kidding about it, anybody knows where on this planet that weather is, give or take, you know, 70, 75 degrees, you know, all year round, all day long. Cooler at night, about 75 for maximum during the day. If anybody knows where that place is, please, for the dear love of God, let me know, because I'm fucking moving. This weather is bullshit. Anyway, I got it. I'm a tight 5 on both, and it's a good thing that I did this too. Check this side. This nut here, this lock nut, that was a little tighter than the other side was, but it was still loose. I'm guessing, man, well, you know what, I don't really have a good guess for it. I don't know why the exhaust nut, jam nut's loosening up, but the exhaust valve on both sides were loose. So, you know, definitely check it. You know, when you're doing yours, check your clearance, whatever your clearance is. You know, you may not have to make any adjustments, but damn sure make sure you double check those jam nuts there, because this one was loose. The other side, I literally could have put a 13mm socket on and loosened it by hand. It was that loose. This one was tighter than that, but still not snug enough. But whatever, the valve adjustment's done, and I'm quite happy with where it's at. So, like I said, I don't know if that's going to get rid of the ticking noise that I kept hearing, but we're gonna find out. Supposedly my spark plugs are still on the way. They're not out for delivery yet, but they're still scheduled to be here. The bar is like that close to the delivery line. You guys that use Amazon, you know what I'm talking about. So we'll see. Anywho, I'm gonna get into cleaning up the valve covers here, and we'll get into re-schmooing this thing up, and yeah, then it's just spark plugs, and let's let's get on with it. All right, real quick for cleaning up these valve covers here. Yeah, good luck getting it off. I mean, it's just, you're not going to scrape that off and get it pretty, because there's a ridge that runs all the way around it. So the easiest way to do it is, you know, get yourself one of these wire wheels and one of these cordless spinema thingies, and put the wire wheel in the spinema thingy, and yeah, you see the ridge? I mean, you're just never going to do that with a razor blade, or you're going to just fight with it all day long. Easier way of doing this really is to wire wheel on a bench grinder, but some of us, I guess, don't have that. Me, I got it. I'm just too fucking lazy to go and get it. So, because I don't got, it's over next door. I don't got no electric over there. I'd have to bring it over here, and I don't need it. So, whatever. I'm gonna get these valve covers cleaned up, and then we'll do the actual cylinder head, get that prepped, and yeah, go from there. All right, got her cleaned up. Pretty, shiny, good as new. Wire wheel made pretty quick work of this. Yeah, that ridge there, like I was talking about before, he ain't gonna scrape that with a razor blade. Now, some of you may know this, some of you may not. I figure, hey, I'm already here doing a half-ass how-to video, might as well just get on with that, huh? Most would take a scraper and do this. No, that's not how you do it. Reason being, because you will get a bastard angle, you will be in a hard push at a certain point, and you will end up gouging the aluminum here. And aluminum is much softer than this razor blade. Believe me, a razor blade can cut right through it. Well, it can take chunks out of it. The correct way of doing is put up against and scrape. That's how you do it. Some of you, like I said, may know, some of you may not, you know, and change your angles, whatever, and try to, you know, try to go with the aluminum or away from, you know, the cubby holes in here, you know, as best you can. And then you're gonna get some debris in there, so you're gonna have to rinse it out with something. My go-to stuff in this case is going to be a little bit of WD-40, a little bit of a paper towel, and yeah, a whole lot of Done. But the cylinder head looks pretty good. I mean, there ain't much to do here. Just gotta scrape it off a little bit. Doesn't take much, but you get the idea, right? So I'm gonna show you any more of that. Like I said, I just thought for those of you that didn't know or may not care, either way, this is how you should do it. But like on a valve cover, it's not that critical. If you get some scrapes, some nicks, you're just gonna put it shmoo in there, your silicone in there, and it's gonna fill that right back in. But areas that it would be super critical would be like crankcase halves, where the two crankcase, the upper and lower case halves would go together. Super critical there. Also cylinder heads to engine block, again, super critical there. So if you know how to do it once, you know, right once in one area, you can do it right everywhere. That's what I'm trying to get at. But whatever, it wouldn't be critical here, but hey, just do the job right, huh? All right, we're all cleaned up. Going to apply the shmoo. I just thought real quick here, show the before and after. Well, you've seen the before, show you the after. I hit it with a little carbon choke spray, paper towel, got it all nice and clean. It's important that you have no oil, no residue. Otherwise, well, I mean, it's an oily film, silicone just won't bond. You got to clean everything, both surfaces. Same way. Something that literally hates oil, like carbon choke spray or brake cleaner, You know what I mean. Anywho, get them good and dry, and then we're gonna put some shmoo on. And there is a technique for this. I'll show you when I get there. But I'm going to be using ultra black. I guess it's better than white. I don't know, but this is good enough, huh? It's gonna be good enough. The best stuff that I've ever used, honestly, is the Permatex Right Stuff. I think it's called Right Stuff. Yeah, Right Stuff. It's silicone, but it's drier than this. It sets up faster, and it's honestly rated for synthetic oils, which I'm currently running. This, I'm sure, is going to do just fine, but I don't know. The writing's too small. My eyes are too blind, too bad. I can't read none of that shit. Whatever, it's going to work for me. So this is what I'm using. We're going to shmoo her up, and it's going back together. Oh, I just saw the mailman. Came and went. Literally drove right the fuck past my mailbox. So another day, another order, way the fuck behind schedule. So yeah, I ain't getting no fucking spark plugs. Now I'm tired of it. Now I'm going to start bitching. Amazon's going to hear it, and I expect kickback, because this is a lot of fucking orders now, back to back to back, that, you know, I'm guaranteed. Yeah, well, fuck you. It ain't happening. So I pay for it. I ultimately pay for this. I pay it in my membership per year, and I know they're still, you know, getting me with a pokey bit on the shipping. It's just hidden in the fucking price. Just because you don't see it don't mean you still ain't fucking paying. But anyway, yeah, they're gonna hear it now. The fucking post office, they can't do their fucking job, then they can't get fucking paid. It's, you know, it's that dirt simple. You don't pay people for failure. You pay for fucking success, for doing your fucking job. So fuck you, USPS. Get your shit together. All right, I got this one shmooed up, and this is pretty much what I wanted to show and tell. See how I created kind of a ridge all the way around? I tried to follow the original steel, whatever. There's a steel line that splits the width. You saw it. I'm trying to more or less follow that line. You don't want it too heavy, because what's going to happen, well, when you tighten this down, of course, this shit's all going to shmoo out. It's going to spread. And these can stick pretty bad sometimes. So you want enough to seal it, but you don't want enough to, well, make it permanent. It can get bad, but this should shmoo out pretty well, I think. The other thing here, you don't put it on now. You don't put it on when it's wet. When you can just lightly touch it and not get nothing on your finger, then it's ready to go. But not until then. So it takes 5-10 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes. But it'll flash over. It'll start to get real tacky. When you can just barely touch it and nothing on your finger, that's time to assemble. So that was a little tech tip there I wanted to hand out. Keep that in mind. If you do it that way, and both mating surfaces are dead clean, this shit will, honest to God, never fucking leak. But if you put it on wet, sometimes it'll just shmoo out. You know, it'll just ooze out. You don't have any viscosity to fill it. You don't have enough. You know, it'll just literally ooze the fuck out. So you got to let it tack up, and that is the proper way to apply silicone. But all right, enough talking. Time to let this dry up, and then we'll reassemble. And I'm gonna be fucked. Like I said, ain't gonna be no spark plugs today, so fucking USPS. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'll do one quick wrap up when it's back together. I figured real quick, while I'm waiting on that one to finish setting up, I did it the same as this one, obviously. Just thought I'd show real quick. I think you can see down in there. If you take your time and, you know, do a good job on this, then it doesn't all ooze out. I mean, there's just a real thin, I hope you can see that, there's just a real thin, well, real thin little amount of shmoo that oozes out. So it doesn't make a mess. I mean, it's enough to seal it, but not enough to like permanently glue the fucking thing fast. Believe me, when you put too much on, when you have to deal with one of these that somebody put too much on, you'll know what I'm talking about. So yeah, take your time, because hey, we got all the time in the world, right? So do the job nicely one time and never again, hopefully. I hope I don't have to do this again. So anywho, yeah, I'm gonna put the other side back together, and well, there ain't nothing to talk about except does it still make noise, and I can't find out today because I don't got no fucking spark plugs. So whatever, when I get some spark plugs I will fire this up. You know what, I might actually just run out today and get them. I know what the number is and I can get them up the street. I don't got to go too far, just because I got to fucking know. You know what I mean? This is gonna bug this shit. I won't be able to sleep tonight. Stuff like this just eats a hole in my fucking ass, you know what I mean? Anywho, I'll think about it. Maybe I run out today yet and get another fucking pair. Whatever. We'll get back to it later. Alright, got this side done. And I'm only coming back to bitch and complain. It pisses me off to no end. Well, firstly, that I broke the fucking spark plug. Okay, well, whatever. But I was supposed to have new ones today. And this is just gonna eat the fucking hole in me. So I'm gonna run out. I know where I can get it. I don't know if they're gonna have the NGKs that I ordered that should be here, but I know they'll have this fucking Champion. That's just a RC12 YC. So I mean, that's a go anywhere and get it kind of a plug. So I'm gonna go out and get at least one of these fucking things. God damn, it pisses me off, but whatever. I gotta know. So I'm gonna spend the dime, and well, I'm gonna get my fucking answer today. All right, I'll be back. I got it. God damn it. It really gripes my ass. You know what time it is? It's about 1/2 past. Hey, USPS, where the motherfucking hell is my goddamn spark plugs? Cocksuckers. You're gonna get it too. You're gonna get a whole fucking earful. From me and others, I'm sure. But whatever. I just got one. It's $5. I already spent enough money on 4 of them that are supposed to fucking be here today. Whatever. It's supposed to be 30 thou. Looks like 25. I know this one's 30. I gapped it a while ago. Nah, that's probably about 30. Whatever, it's close enough. Fucking thing's gonna run. I don't care, because these things ain't gonna live in it. Little pro tip for you: anytime you're putting steel into aluminum, do yourself a favor. Seriously, just never sees it. It only takes a little bit. A little bit. Like so. Otherwise, every time you install and remove, spark plug, you're going to be slowly but surely eroding and wearing away the aluminum threads inside the cylinder head. It's only going to take that so long until all of a sudden your shit's stripped out, and well, now we got a whole bunch of angry campers. So yeah, save yourself the headache, the heartache, and just never sees it every time. Something like yay. So I'm gonna finish up here. You've seen me use the schmoo, the dielectric. So they're already schmooed up. Gonna put the other plug in, snug them up, and yeah, we're gonna find out if she goes tick 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 or what. I don't know. We'll see. All right, here we are. I don't know what's gonna be the best place for audio here. I don't know if you're even going to be able to hear it over the muffler, the exhaust noise, but we're going to find out, huh? Let's light her up. As expected, no difference. know if this sounds any better. I hope you can hear that ticking. I mean, because the valves weren't loose, they were tight. I didn't expect it was going to make any real difference in noise. Yeah, you can really hear it back here. Muffles some of the muffles some of the engine noise, but that ticking. I guess yours sounds like this. I don't know. I guess they all sound like this. But whatever's ticking, it ain't the fucking valves. Now it's got some heat in it. Yeah, man. She's ticking to beat the band. That's what I was trying to stop. But I was betting on... here, let me shut this thing off. Yeah, this thing's shaking. Anyway, I was betting on, you know, loose valves. Well, clearly, no. Nay. Well, if mine makes this noise, I'm assuming they all make this noise then. But, hey, if you guys want to get into doing a valve adjustment, you know exactly what you're in store for and what to look out for. The exhaust is probably going to be tight on yours because, like I said, mine, the lock nut was real loose on that far side, and that's the side that had the tight exhaust valve. I mean, there was zero fucking latch, zero fucking clearance on that one. That's a little scary because I don't know if this is an interference engine or not. If it's interference, that means the piston will smack the valve if it hangs open too far. Non-interference, of course, it doesn't matter. The valve could be hanging wide open and the piston will never touch it. But valve adjustment, valve timing, these things are critical for interference type engines. But anyway, I guarantee you I'm the first one to be in here since it was assembled at whatever factory, wherever in the world this thing was made. So it may have moved on its own in 156 hours, but yeah, both of the jam nuts on the exhaust valve, well, they were too loose. They were just too fucking loose. So yeah, well, I'm glad I did it, but it certainly didn't do nothing to quiet this bitch up. She's still a ticking bitch. Ticking, ticking, ticking. Oh well. Close enough, good enough. So yeah, I think this is probably getting a little bit on the long side. I guess I'll split all this shit up into a playlist, a series. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I start doing the editing, because there's more shit to do yet. I gotta check some other shit, and then I'm gonna make some modifications. I'll just show you real quick. I'm not gonna put these covers back on. I ain't gonna do it. What I am gonna do, I'm gonna do the way it used to be done and worked fine for me millions of fucking years, and I'm just gonna do it old school, the way it always used to be. These bolts here, that's what used to hold the covers on. Well, they're going to hold an apparatus that I have to build. You know, just like the, just, you know, that's all it is. That's what keeps the fucking belt on right there. Simple, whatever, 5/16. I hope you can see that. Yeah. Once I point the camera at the right spot. Once I point the, yeah, right there. This 5/16 inch little J hook, that's all it takes. I'm going to do something very similar right here, except I'm going to use some flat stock and curve it around. Try to do a nicer job than that. But I don't need no fucking covers. They're just going to be in my way and piss me off in the future. I can tell already. So I'm going to spend whatever amount of time it takes, and I'll make up some brackets, and that'll do that. So that'll be another video down the road. Anyway, whatever, it's back up and running. So I gotta mow grass. That was another reason to go out and get the spark plug. So that'll probably be it for this one. Hey, it occurs to me here, since we did this valve adjustment here when the thing was cold, I ought to do a before and after, you know, cold versus hot, because I just mowed the grass. I just finished washing the deck out here, and this thing's good and warm. Let's see if she sounds any different now. call that an absolute no. It doesn't sound any better to me. Oh, it sounds exactly the same. Ticky, ticky, tick. Oh, well. I mean, like I said, I guess they all sound like this. I mean, this is the only one I got, so I got nothing to compare it to. My old box of rocks next door. That thing's, I'm pretty sure it's got a rod knock, but whatever. It's a different series engine. Wouldn't be fair to do an apples to apples, but that thing doesn't tick, it just knocks. This one ticks a little. Whatever, I mean, I know it's right. The valve adjustment anyway is right, so I guess that's just the way these things sound. Maybe one of you guys can tell, I mean, because hey, other people have these things, so let me know if you're hearing what I'm hearing. But hey, if you want to do a valve adjustment, you see what's involved and what to look out for. So hopefully this was helpful to somebody. I enjoy doing these types of videos, so I mean, hey, it's just kind of half-ass fun for me. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to add this little section here, this addendum, if you will, and yeah, now I'm done. So all right, thanks guys, cheers. Oh, there it is, the next day, and I don't know, what's the saying? Day late and $1 short. Fucking post office. Whatever. I got them today though.